Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it, guys. So today we have another video that I wanted to talk a little bit about the leak lists that we had in the last couple of weeks, right? And of course the specific one that is getting things right. Again, you know, I already did a video haul covering the leak list itself, but here it is. And of course I wanted to talk about the aircraft. I will do a specific video about the J11, talking a little bit about it, but the F15, the Su27 specifically, are aircraft that a lot of people misunderstand maybe, or maybe forget what will be the loadouts of it, how the performance of these aircraft will be like. So I really wanted to talk a little bit about it and to show to you guys that there's nothing too crazy to actually have these aircraft already in the game. Although, yes, they will be a performance step up, and I already did some videos talking about that. It is still aircraft that are somewhat in the same realm of performance from what we already have in the game. Just being more of it, you know, having more power, having more missiles, having more radar range, stuff like that, right? And more possibilities in general to do everything. And specifically, I think the main thing that will actually divide, you know, the aircraft and, you know, the F-15s and Su-27s from the aircraft that we already have will be the weapon systems. So, of course, we don't know if it's even true. We don't know if it's an F-15A, if it's an F-15C, if it's ever going to, like, if it's even coming, as I said. We just know that there is a kind of high possibility that it will be coming. So what it would look like. So if it's the A variant, it would be something like this. You can see very early missiles, of course, because remember, I don't know if you remember this, guys, but this aircraft is actually very, very old, quote-unquote, for the parameters of the game. So you can see there are some late 70s missiles, so AIM-7Fs and AIM-9Ls. But if they add something like an F-15C, it would be more towards this. So 80s F-16C would carry the AIM-7M and AIM-9L, and then the M as well. And of course, we can even have better versions of the AIM-7 with the AIM-7MH, for example. So you would have basically data link, which would help with the range of the AIM-7, increasing it for more than the 45 kilometers that it's limited to do with the Seeker, right? And then of course we don't know, but it could be in the possibilities that we see something like a later model of an F-15, something that will carry AIM-120s or something like that. Remember, these are all made by one of my moderators, Lazy. This is not official or anything like that. I know you will screenshot this and try to push it out on the forums as it is a leak. No, it's not, okay? It's always funny when that happens, but it's just to have an idea what it would look like. And you see that the later models can carry a lot more missiles, BVR missiles, because it can carry the AIM-120 in all the pylons, but no air-to-ground weaponry. So that would basically look like one of these would be what it would look like with the F-15, right? An aircraft that will have more power to weight, more, you know, overall just performance in some areas compared to an F-16, with a lot more missiles, a lot more, you know, capabilities in the air-to-air role, especially in the BVR, with a better radar and better air-to-air missiles on that. So that would be like it. And the Su-27 would be something along the lines of this. Of course, the Su-27 initially being the S model, which is the model for the Air Force, wouldn't receive any type of guided or BVR, like a Fox 3 missile, just like the F-15 wouldn't initially, but later in later models it could actually take it. Of course, it can take some non-guided stuff for air to ground. But the missiles would be basically the same from what we have, right? R27s and R73s, that's pretty much it. And yes, the Su27 can take the R60M, even though they barely never did that, only for training purposes, okay? So for combat, it's the R73. So I don't know what Gaijin will do if they add it. And a later model, a 90s version of an Su27S, and this is what I think will probably be added, with the R77, with the upgrade to the N001 radar, being able to actually deploy the R77 and shoot at 2 targets at once. So this would be basically the same aircraft, with 2 extra pylons and 2, you know, the addition actually to the R77, okay? Actually, we didn't add the extra pylon, I don't think, here. Oh no, we did, right? It's 10 missiles or 8, let me think. Oh no, it's 10 missiles, but later models actually received 12 pylons. But still, it doesn't matter. The important part is that these aircraft, that's the thing, they will be pretty much the same. But did you saw the amount of missiles that these aircraft could actually carry? It would be an immense amount of missiles. So it's like having an F16 or a MiG-29 that will carry not only 2 Sparrows, but 4 or even 8 M120s or 6 M120s, or even a MiG-29 that could carry 6 BVR missiles or 8 even. So it is very deadly, really is deadly on that regard, but on the performance side of things, it will be pretty much the same, and that's what you can expect from these aircraft, you know, being kinda in the same like way of the aircraft that we have already in the game, but more, as I said. So more fun as well, of course, and I wonder how they will be like in the normal air battles, because it's kind of problematic. That's the thing. I think at the end of the day, we won't even feel them much difference, because the meta right now is furballs in the middle of the match with a lot of aircraft in the middle there, which means that the BVR weaponry, that it is the main selling point of a difference between these aircraft that we already have, like the 16 and the 29 to the 15 and the Su27, is pretty much the BVR, right? So if we don't have a difference in that, because the meta is basically aiming towards just having massive furballs, we can expect that it will be a step up, a big one if you will, but it's not going to completely break the game. That's why I think they should add the F15 and the Su27, but I still think, as I did in some videos, it is unlikely that they will. I will be surprised. The only thing is that it is kind of confirmed now that they are, not kind of confirmed, it's not confirmed, but it might have the possibility of them being added, which really surprised me, right? But I wasn't, like, I didn't think they would actually add these 2 aircraft. So hopefully they do add it, and yeah, just have that in mind. It will be different, but not that different from the aircraft they already have, okay? I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave it in the comments what you think about the new aircraft, and bye.